All right, now let's talk some lanterns. Now the director talked about Aaron Pierre, so I want to talk about him as John Stewart. He talked about just him as being John Stewart. He said he is such a magnificent man. He feels so forceful, so cool, so understated. And again, I wanted this world to be rooted. And while there's only so far you can go with rooting characters in a show about Green Lantern, they are. This is a world where we accept that the Green Lanterns do exist and that aliens also exist. So the rest of it is played straight and in the world as we know about it. And then the director Jackson Hayes also talked about he also talked about the just James Gunn and Peter Safran, and he talked about the fact that James Gunn and Safran just have fully supported him in his ideas. So I do love that as well. So I wanted to talk about the words that he said about Aaron Pierre as John Stewart, because I wanted to just talk about these key words of a forceful, cool, and understated. Are those words that you like to hear when you were hearing about someone's portrayal of John Stewart?
Yeah, I think that sounds exactly like John Stewart. John Stewart is someone who is well composed, and he is not like precocious or have intense bravado in the way Hal does. He's a different character, and I think you need to be a really talented actor to pull off a character like John Stewart because of that understated style he has in his personality. But sometimes people who are understated are some of the coolest people in the room. You usually need the right guy to do it. And it seems like Aaron Pierre is going to be that guy. I'm super hyped about this. I love that he's saying we've accepted aliens exist. It sounds like they've really thought a lot. Every time they talk about something like this with the DCU, it sounds like they put a lot of thought into like what it would feel like for the people that live in the world that aren't heroes. They're talking about what it's like to be in this world with Superman and Metropolis and being saved. They talk about what it's like now. What the line that specifically made me think about it this way is that we've accepted that aliens exist. That doesn't sound to me like they are thinking about John and Hal. It sounds to me like they're thinking about the citizens of Earth, because John and Hal aren't the ones that are going to be terrified of aliens existing.
Yeah.
Those are the citizens. And it seems like this world is going to feel very real and lived in, and I could appreciate that. And that seems to be something that James Gunn is going to innovate on, because they never really did that with Marvel. I mean, when they had Civil War, we had that one scene when Tony was walking out of the college when he, was like, all your projects are funded.
Yeah.
And the mother was like, my son died. That was really it. And that movie they could have done a lot with, and maybe they never wanted to, whatever. But this seems like something that's going to feel new and fresh, because no comic book movie really went there in a big way.
Yeah. And the other thing that I was about to say Jackson Hayes, sorry, he's a basketball player. Jason Halls. James Halls also talked about the fact that that it is going to be a little more. He said that Hal's going to have a lot of wit. That Hal's going to be kind of very witty, and John's going to be a little more on the serious side. So, I am also excited to see how that dynamic works as well. And he was kind of saying how, like, with their interactions, it's going to make you feel like, what are they talking about? As in, like, they have a lot of inside jokes and situations that have happened that they're going to joke about. Like, I'm excited to see the chemistry between Kyle and Aaron as well. So, and also see Hal step in as the mentor, to mentee type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that, bro. That's just going to be awesome.
Me too. I cannot wait, bro. This show is going to be incredible. And people are going to freak out over Hal and John. They just don't know it yet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This gonna be big. And then I think it has the potential to be so successful that James Gunn gonna be like, should have made this a movie.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure. I do think he probably had to make one of them a show. That was probably part of the deal with Zaslav. Like, you guys got to do content for Max. But I wish they did Supergirl or, like, whatever.
Facts.